2021. A lot of things going on today. You can tell, read for the title basically. Um, for those of you that didn't know what went down over the weekend, Sasha Johnson, a Black Lives Matter protester, was shot in the back of the head. She's in critical condition in the UK, in London, and it's sad that she's basically is in the hospital fighting for her life. I mean, she basically was shot in the back of her head in the UK. Um, she's the mother of two children, and all the videos that I posted on Instagram and about her, the story about her, is that there's been rumors and they're saying that before that incident happened, that she receiving death threats from people, maybe white supremacists, that did not like what she said when she was, protesting, in UK supporting Black Lives Matter, it's stuff like that. So she's still fighting for her life, as I've been hearing. But it's basically sad. It's basically sad. The organization she was in released a statement on Instagram confirming that she was shot in the back of the head, but she's still fighting for her life, and we got to keep her in her prayers. But y'all, it's sad. It's sad that we're facing now that a woman like that who's basically fighting for rights, for ADOS, black people in this, not only for this country but in the UK and around the world. And all of a sudden, this incident happened. But you have people just like here in the United States. You got people in the UK who were white supremacists that did not like what this woman is saying, and they send her and the rest of the people a message that, yo, you can't, what you gonna do? I mean, the thing of it is, y'all, is that this is what we're facing right now with white supremacy. We're facing this time and time again. When you're basically receiving death threats, you know, um, I'm just really shocked that really happened to this young lady. I saw videos of her, and it's basically sad that we're seeing the continuation of of white supremacists going on a rampage against black people, not only in this country but around the world. So today is Feel Good Mondays. However, we gotta say a prayer to Sasha Johnson. Hope she recovers this. I mean, she's the type of woman that's going to speak her mind and speak her knowledge to our people. And it's say time and time again that we're seeing so many stuff is happening around the world. But yeah, we definitely need to focus on give sending prayers out to her family. Hopefully that she make it through, that she recovers. Because put it like this: if a person gets shot in the head, two things could happen. Either that person no longer with us, or you don't even know who that person is. It's really sad, y'all. So I'm welcoming to you guys on my live on this Monday. I'm doing this every Monday at 3 p.m. right here on Haps TV. Not only doing Feel Good Mondays, but also doing topic of the day. Um, so this is, basically it's all happening, over the weekend. It happened early Sunday morning that a sister, Sasha Johnson, she was doing so much activism in the UK, protesting about our rights and our freedoms. And there are going to be some people out there again, just like here in the United States. There's going to be some white supremacists in the UK are going to raise harm on a person that speak their knowledge and speak their truth. But we have to pray for her. We have to pray for her to hopefully she will recover for this. Hopefully that her family, um, praying for her family as well, because basically they're suffering over this, because it could happen to anyone. You know, it's sad. It's really sad. I would like to welcome you guys to my live. Shout out to everybody today. You could be anywhere, but you checked my live out, and I'm glad you did. And because it's a Monday, all this week I'm gonna be very busy. Basically, I'll probably end up do my podcast once again on Anchor. I haven't done my Anchor podcast in a while, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'm gonna do my stereo podcast as well as my station here. I haven't done neither one of them for days. It's been crazy busy within the last few days for me, but yeah, this week I'm gonna do a lot of stuff. This week I'm do basically I'm gonna go ahead and do my station head this Saturday. Because I'm gonna be going out of town, but I'm still gonna do my station head anyway. So I'm doing my station head, and then I'm gonna do my stereo on Fridays, and just do some stuff. And I'm keeping you posted on all this news and commentary. I posted all my stories on my Instagram and my Twitter, especially my Instagram. I'm getting nothing but love and support from you guys on Instagram. I appreciate everything that you've done for me. I'm trying to do my part as a citizen journalist. I'm going to do my part as a talk show host, as a podcaster, as a YouTuber. I'm going to do all my part to bring stories that the MSM, which is the mainstream media, do not want to cover, because these are most of the stories that mainstream media should cover, but they didn't cover. So this is important, y'all, and I'm give a shout out to people at Haps TV for giving this platform for me to speak out, for me to say what's going on in the world, to say what's going on with you guys, for being nothing but love and supportive. Because without you guys, there's no Lions Den. I'm just being honest. Without all of you guys, for the love and support and prayers, and to the motivation that I need to keep going, keep fighting for the truth, for the realness, from the real stories. I give you nothing but love and praise, and I love you guys for that. I really love you guys. So for those of you who are just tuning in, I was doing the Feel Good Mondays every Monday, but today, over the weekend, there's been an incident happened in London, in the UK, where an activist named Sasha Johnson, who's a Black Lives Matter activist in the United Kingdom in London, was shot in the back of the head. Um, Police are still investigating, as we've been told, but there's been reports that before she was involved in in her activism and her her speaking to the crowds in the Black Lives Matter movement, there's been talk that she receiving death threats before this incident happened. So we need definitely give her the prayers. We need to send people in the UK, that's part of the Black Lives Matter movement, is part of supporting Sasha Johnson. We need to give them prayers. We need to send them support here in the States. We got nothing but love for you, sister. And I know you are hopefully. I mean, I know you're still in critical condition and you're fighting for your life. But we just hope and pray you pull through of this. I hope we pull through this. And I heard she's a strong young lady, so I hope that she could pull through with this. Um, because at the end of the day, we need strong-minded women like her out there to speak her truth, regardless of how people feel about this. And we definitely need a woman like that out there to speak her truth. And I seen her, like I said, I seen her videos. She was great. She is basically speaking her truth, speaking her facts. And y'all, there's gonna be some people out there that do not like you to speak your truth. There's gonna be some people out there that are white supremacists that's gonna try to intimidate, they try to change the narrative and everything else, and thinking that you're in the wrong, you're crazy, and everything else. So we want to support her. We want to support her family in the UK, because basically we need sisters like that out there to keep fighting for the truth, keep fighting against police brutality. You keep fighting for racial injustice, whether you're in the United States or whether you're in the United Kingdom or France, Germany, or any other countries in the world that's trying to speak your truth. So we need strong-minded sisters like Sasha Johnson out there to keep fighting. And and it's sad that I heard about this story. Um, what I found out about this story was, and shouts out to Nicole from Nicole's View. I want you to check her out on YouTube. Um, and basically, I found that story out on Twitter, so I checked her out, and I checked the story out, and I mean, who is Sasha Johnson, what she's about, and everything, and she's a fighter. She's one of those sisters that can fight, and she will tell you the way it is and speak her truth. Even though she lives in London, even though she lives in the UK, but this woman speaks her truth, and we need sisters like that out there. So, we're gonna stay prayerful for her. We're gonna stay prayerful for her family that she will pull through on this. Because again, like when a person gets shot in the head, and most of the times when a person gets shot in the head, they're no longer with us. They're no longer with us, and I mean, this it's really hurtful to hear about her story. And people say, well, she's not a target and there's no death threats against her, but there's stories that reports that there were death threats against Sasha Johnson before this incident happened. And I think, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, the incident happened in East London. I believe it's in East London, in that area. So um but so the truth of the matter is, y'all, we definitely need to send prayers to her and her family right now, because this sister is so strong and she speaks her truth. I mean, she's a mother of two children. So yeah, that right there, we definitely give her the love and support that they deserve. So um So yeah, this is crazy what's going on with Sasha Johnson. So I reported her after what Nicole from Nicole's View tweeted. So I did a story and I posted on my Instagram, and I put I'm a snapshot all a local London newspaper, and I posted it on my Instagram of what happened, and I got so much response, so much feedback on the story. Some like the story, some comment on the story about Sasha Johnson, and it's sad at what happened to her. But again, London police are investigating her shooting. But my concern is, just like here in the United States, that the United King, people, I mean, white supremacists in the UK, going to downplay in this and say, well, it's an isolated incident. We don't know what happened. She could be, you know how they are. You know how they try to change the narrative and make them think that it's her that doing this, or it's her that is a problem. Them change. It's what they do. But you have to understand one thing is that she is the talk of the BLM movement in the UK. So I'll give a shout out to the people in the UK. Hopefully, I can watch my live as well. And y'all, if you have more information about the Sasha Johnson shooting, please leave it in the comment section. Because I'm right now I'm on Habs TV, but I'm also on YouTube. I'm on Twitter and Facebook. So I'm all on my social media platforms, and I'm also on basically I'm on all on my social media platforms right now. I'm also on Twitch as well. But only thing about Twitch though, I won't show you my videos, but I'm also working on that too. Figure out what's going on with Twitch. Other than that, y'all can see me on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and on Twitch. Then you guys will see, that you see me live. So what we're talking about is, the question is, who did this to Sasha Johnson? Who shot Sasha Johnson in the head? in the head. Who did it? And London police and also these, I think a local London media would keep a tight lip on the investigation. This is concerning BLM members in the UK. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because you got people out there they can easily will take a person out like that in the United Kingdom, in the UK, for speaking your truth. And this is concerning that if it happened to Sasha Johnson, who else is gonna be happening to? I got Just K put the fist in the air. Thank you for joining the live, Just K. But the thing is here is that we got situations here that now you have white supremacists is targeting people from nowhere, from black people out of nowhere. You got people already is investigating what's going on with other cases here in the United States, but in the UK, it's far more worse because now you know because of that Sasha Johnson shooting, a lot of people are trying to watch each other's backs, or like they figuring out who shot Sasha Johnson, and people still keeping tight lip on that. But the story I've been hearing right now is that there have been death threats against her, and that's before she got shot in the head. So again, y'all, let's keep her and her family in our prayers, and hopefully that she will pull through with this. Because again, we need sisters like that to keep speaking the truth, keep speaking facts, and that's just going on right now. Um, for people like us who's doing this, like people who's a YouTuber, who are doing citizen journalists, or are activists, and this is the risk we're taking every day. This is the risk we're taking because you never know what crazy person will come up and do this to a person. So yeah, this is to me is important, y'all. Keep keep fighting. That's what I'm saying. Keep speaking the truth, but keep fighting. Um, and again, Sasha Sasha Johnson is really an example of us keep telling the truth, keep fighting for what we believe in, and that's what's going on, y'all. I would like to welcome each and every one of you guys on the live. Make sure you subscribe my Haps TV, subscribe my YouTube channel at Lions Den, aka Trey X. You can also follow me on Twitter at The Real Lions Den. You also can follow me on my Facebook at facebook.com/The Real Lions Den. You can also Instagram me on my Instagram at the_real_lions_den number 2. And you can also go on my because I'm on all these social media platforms, and you can basically can go to my fan base page as well. I have a fan base at Lions Den, so go on all of my social media. I'm gonna be on there for all this week. Um, and the thing of it is that I'm gonna be keep telling the news, keep preaching the news as usual, and I'm gonna let you know what's going on. So before the mainstream media does, mainstream media won't. Well, you know how the mainstream media is. They won't give you the stories that we do need to know about, but they'll give you the story what they want to give stories out. So, Jesse Surfo, what's going on, brother? Jesse's Surford. I'm sorry, I pronounced his last name. Surford as what happened. Okay, because he's probably just joining my live. Sasha Johnson, who over the weekend, early Sunday morning, I think she was at her East London, well near her East London home, and unfortunately, someone shot her in the head, and she was a BLM activist. Now, the London police is investigating her shooting at the moment. We still didn't know more details of what's going on, but we do know that prior to the shooting, before the shooting even happened, there's been reports she receiving death threats from white supremacists. And they're not going to explain who these white supremacists were, but they are so severe. So what we can say is that she's in a hospital fighting for her life, and she basically had a she was shot in the head. And again, I posted videos and pictures on my Instagram and stories about her on my Instagram if y'all can check it out. But yeah, and this sister, she's a mother of two, a mother of two children, and she's always out there speaking of civil rights and speaking of, when it comes to police brutality and racial injustice in the UK, in Great Britain. So y'all, we need to send her our prayers, because man, she's still fighting for her life right now. So yeah, and Jesse Surfer will say that's crazy. Yeah, that is crazy. So we need to send people, BLM supporters in the UK, a lot of love, a lot of support, because again, this sister is basically, she is speaking her truth. She's speaking, truth to power, and this happened to her. So again, like, we gotta really need to send her thoughts and prayers right now. And hopefully she'll make it through. I mean, as far as I know, she's still fighting for her life. So we gotta, send her here in the States. We gotta send her, people in the UK, our prayers, and hopefully she can, she can pull through with this. So, yeah, that's what's going on with her right now. Because again, we definitely need to support each other, support our people, whether it's here or in the UK. They keep fighting for us, to keep fighting for our rights and our civil rights and our human rights. You know, we got to be there for them like it's been there for us. So yeah, that's what's going on right now with the Sasha Johnson situation in the UK. We just gotta send our prayers, and send our prayers not just to her but her family, that she will pull through with this, because we already know if a person gets shot in the head, we most of the time we'll never see them again. That's it. Their lives are gone like that. So is any of you guys have any questions about the Sasha Johnson case? And the people in the UK can, give me more information about what's going on with the Sasha Johnson investigation. I would be greatly appreciated, which whether you're on Twitter or on YouTube, because I know there's been some people in the UK that are supporting me as well. So I want to hear from you guys. You haven't heard any information about what happened with Sasha Johnson? Because that's the last time I reported that she was receiving death threats before the shooting happened, and this happened. So I would like to hear from you guys. You can leave a comment, questions of this story or any other stories that you want me to talk about. Here, I'm gonna be here within like an hour, which is 4 o'clock Mountain Time. I know it's 5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern, and 4 o'clock, basically like 3 o'clock in the West Coast. So Jesse Suffer said that's sad. Yeah. I would like to hear from you guys in the UK. If anybody are watching my live that's from London, is from the UK, if you have any information of what happened with Sasha Johnson, please leave it in the comment section. And please leave it. If you have an Instagram account, please leave a comment on my Instagram with the Sasha Johnson story, because I would love to hear. I want to do a complete coverage of what happened with her in East London. So, y'all, I would love to hear from you right now. This is the story about Sasha Johnson right here on Haps TV. You can basically, let me know what's up. Let me know more information if there is more out there that I don't know about. So, do you have any other questions? Anybody has concerns about other stories you want to talk about, as well as the Sasha Johnson story? I would love to hear from you guys right here in this an hour long. I would love to hear from you guys today. So yeah, that's the story, guys, of what happened with Sasha Johnson. We just got to send her our love and support to her and her family at this crazy time. So so basically what we're seeing is that, and I'm not gonna say I won't be here long. I just want to tell you, give you the information of what happened with Sasha Johnson over the weekend, because to me this is so sad, and I know people in the UK want to know. Okay, Jesse Surford said, "Whatever happened with some of those mm, hangings?" Okay, the lynchings. Okay, with the he asked me whatever happened with those some of those hangings, which is lynchings. Unfortunately, cops are still saying it was suicide, and still we know that's not true. We still know it's bull crap when it comes to what they said. Um, but I will say this is that we're not stupid. There is no suicide because number one, there is not a suicide note in some of those cases, and number two, there wasn't suicidal before. So with that being said, they still said it was suicide, but you and I both know it wasn't. So we're not gonna. It's still lynching. It's still a lynching, and it's making it so even interesting, y'all. Is that basically the Congress still hold on to the anti-lynching bill. They haven't even put it on the congressional floor. Still, they haven't put it on the congressional floor yet, which is ridiculous. So, and it's like they did with the anti-George Floyd. Still with the George Floyd bill. Also, it's still hanging on Congress. So we really don't know when they're going to put it on the floor, let alone pass the bill. But yeah, that's the only thing I can tell you, Jesse, to answer your question. That the cops still think it was suicide, but then we all know it wasn't, and Congress is still latches on with this anti-lynching bill. They don't even know when they're gonna put it on the congressional floor, if not at all, if not at all. So that's I hope that answers your question, Jesse. With that, um, there's been an incident of a 7-year-old boy. Um, I think the parents are just talking about this case now. But I just posted it on my Instagram and on my on Twitter. A 7-year-old boy committed suicide because he was bullied by white kids. And yes, it's racist related. So it is really sad about this. A 7-year-old black boy, you know, 7-year-old black boy was being bullied by these white kids, and he committed suicide because of it. It's sad. Jesse said, "Look how fast they passed it. Exactly how they passed the Asian hate bill. President Biden really is focusing on immigrants anyway. But by after all these incidents that happened with Asian communities, they could easily pass the Asian hate bill like that. But when it comes to us, and we've been murdered by police, we've been murdered by white supremacists, and lynched by white supremacists, and we didn't get no bills. Again, like with the anti-lynching bill, it's still in the air with Congress. It's still you put it on the congressional floor, like they don't even care. So it's just crazy. This is what's so frustrating about this is that they can pass the anti-Asian hate bill, but they can't even put what's going on with us on the congressional floor. And then when it comes to HR 40, which is supposed to be a reparations bill, they still basically try to pass that reparation bill, but not the one that Dr. William Darity, wants in that bill. It's still not the one we wanted. Put it like that. So it's lots of stuff going on, yo. It's just lots of crazy stuff going on in the world today. It's crazy. But but again, like if in any other topics now, Tariq Nasheed, as you know, released the Buck Breaking DVD. Now I heard that Buck Breaking DVD he releases is really good, so I'm going to go ahead and check it out tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get it on Amazon tomorrow. But I heard that Buck Breaking DVD is really awesome, and I hope you guys could check it out as well. Um, and normally I don't praise, DVDs or Tariq Nasheed alone, but I heard this Buck Breaking DVD he just released. It says really good. So I hope you guys could go to Amazon, and it's really like $30 because already there's some people out there on Twitter already got the DVD and they loved it. Some of them say yeah they enjoyed it. So yeah, go ahead and get the DVD from Amazon, which is called Buck Breaking. You know, so I want you guys to check that out. So, is there any other questions y'all would like to ask me? Because, like I said, I would love to answer all of your questions while I'm on Habs TV and on YouTube and on Twitter and on Facebook. I'm on all of my social media. So, yeah, I want you guys to ask any questions you have with this story about Sasha Johnson, with any other stories that I posted on YouTube. Um, and there's an incident on and in California with a woman just literally a Karen just literally walked in a restaurant and spit at one of the restaurant workers and walked out. And then there's another incident that a Karen literally opened someone else's door. Man, she literally opened up someone else's door and said, "You parking on wrong. You parking on wrong side of the street. You parking on wrong side of the street." I can guarantee you, when I posted that video, some black people say it wouldn't be me. I will tell you that right. If anybody try to open my door, it's World War III. But some people don't even think like that. So it's crazy how Karens can be over the top, getting out of control with all the stuff they do. But yeah, it is so crazy. But y'all, you know, I'm gonna continue doing stories, and I'm still, talked about. Yeah, Jesse. There's two Karens, two separate incidents. One of them went to a restaurant. So literally, she spit at one of the restaurant workers. That's what's so crazy about it. He went into their establishment and he literally spit at them and walk on out. Oh man! And then there's another incident. Then and because it happened, I don't know where it happened at, but again, this dude recorded her, and this other Karen literally opened this person's car door. Do you know how dangerous it is? You open a person's car door. Now, what if God forbid, right, that person had a gun and shot the Karen? Then they will be in the wrong. But at the same time, you standing their ground because that is you open their car door. It's like you try breaking someone else's home. So it is crazy, y'all. These stories that I just did is just literally crazy. I mean, you got to think about one thing is that when you open someone's door, and especially if a black person in America, especially a person is strapped. Let's just say if someone opened your car door, right? A Karen opened your car door, literally, and you're a gun owner, and you have the right to pull out your gun and shoot that Karen or shoot anybody trying to open your car door because that's basically they really weren't supposed to do that. They weren't supposed to open nobody else's car door, and and what she did was put her life in danger like everybody else. So yeah, it's so much stuff going on, man. It's just crazy right now. But there's a story in the Middle East, and even though it's a ceasefire between Israel and Palestinians, which is Hamas who runs the majority of the Palestinian organization, but it was a ceasefire. There's been videos that I saw. I think one video that I saw is when an Israeli police officer arrested a 7-year-old Palestinian boy. This is what breaks my heart about this story is that, and I just posted it on my Instagram earlier today. So, the sister of that Palestinian boy pleaded the police officer, let him go, let him go, let him go. He didn't do anything. It really breaks my heart when a little one of the sisters, the 7-year old sister, just tell an Israeli police officer, let him go, please do not arrest him. It's crazy. And then there's another incident by an Israeli soldier attacking one of the Palestinian men. So it's crazy. It is literally crazy right now, y'all. So I want you guys to make sure you subscribe to me on Haps TV. Make sure you like this live stream, share this live stream for more news and commentary. I can talk about a lot of stuff going on. But this topic today, we're going to basically talking about, um, like I said, Sasha Johnson, the BLM sister from the UK was shot in the head. Um, and so we're still waiting the word of what really happened to her. How did she get shot, and how did they know where she was located? That's another question about this. How did she know? How did they know where Sasha Johnson lives, let alone where she was located when she was shot? And again, like, and if they know that Sasha Johnson, that was reported receiving death threats, where was the protection of her? Someone should have protected her throughout everything. If somebody received death threats and you are a political, one of them political an activist or one of them BLM activists, they definitely need protection because you never know which crazy person will literally know where the person located and do something to that person. So we don't really like a people. Like I said, the police is on the investigation, and again, y'all, I don't even know I don't even know if they're gonna continue investigation or not, because what it's just like here in the United States, in the UK, is just as worse. So we just hope that the sister pulls through, because being shot in the head, it's like I don't. You're in a coma for so many while, but you never know a person's condition. But sometimes there's miracles that they pull through. So we want to see. We just gonna have to give. We have to pray for this sister. Hopefully, she can make through too. Yeah, yeah, and Jesse, you're right. Like I said before, if you receive death threats, okay, and you speaking truth to power, and you from the group who associate with the BLM, and you speak truth to power, where was her protection? If you knew it was death threats, they need someone to protect her, whether it's people like the NFAC type or the new Black Panther Party type with weapons protecting her 24/7. Because again, you never know. You never know you never know how crazy these people are that will want to come after you. They will never know that they may have a gun or a knife and want to stab or shoot you. You never know. So this is my question: where was the protection of this young lady? Where? Again, like I said, if you receive death threats, get protection. Find a police, or find sort of like a police or whatever to protect her. Even you can't even trust the police these days, but at least somebody who's in the organization protect this sister by any means necessary. Unfortunately, someone knew where she was. Someone knew where she was located, and bam, they shot her in the head. So this definitely, we definitely need to. If you knew that this person speaks the truth, if you knew that obviously that's been receiving death threats, common sense would tell you we need to protect the sister. We need some armed security to protect her 24/7, because you never know what will happen to her. Cause and remember, easily they could some crazy person will come up and it will stab you and shoot you easily. So yeah, I mean, my question is, where was the protection? Where was her security? If you knew that she was receiving those death threats, it's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. It's really crazy. Of that these people like her, everybody else could be easily targeted, and basically we have to basically needs protection throughout everything. You never know, and that's why I said that. How could someone knows where she was? How could someone knows where she was located, knowing that she receiving death threats? I mean, why? I mean, the organization she was in. Why would basically? Why should they? They should get her protection. They need to give her security if they know her life would have been in danger. And that's what I'm saying. Where was the security? Where was the protection? Jesse said it was a hit for sure. Yes, it was. Because I guarantee you that if it was the Prime Minister of the UK, if it was the President of the United States with Secret Service around, knowing they were receiving death threats, I guarantee you it would be protected at all costs. Now, if she was here in the United States, I guarantee you it will be protection because I know that Grandmaster Jay and the NFAC or the new Black Panther Party will protect her 24/7 if she needs it. I guarantee you they will protect her 100%. If not them, it would have been the Nation of Islam, somebody or what is the Fruit of Islam with their security. They will literally will protect that sister if she was here in the States. That's my question. If you knew they were receiving death threats, where was the security? Where was the protection? It doesn't make any sense, y'all. It really doesn't. It doesn't smell right at all. Because as we know, that so many activists who were receiving death threats, they could have get the NFAC, or they could have get the new Black Panther Party, or the Fruit of Islam, which is the security of the Nation of Islam, to protect this sister if she was here in the United States. So this is ridiculous. It's crazy, and of course, London police probably going to take their time, whatever, to find out who really did this. But at the end of the day, she said, I mean, if you receive death threats, they could have. I mean, they could have get security. I'm talking about the organization she's working with or she would belong to. They could have give her protection. They would have provide security around her. So my question is, where? My question is, how did they know where she was located, or where? I mean, how did they know? That's my question. How did they know where she was? But y'all, this is gonna be some. It's gonna be more questions than answers of what's going on with Sasha Johnson. There's gonna be more questions than answers because anybody will tell you that if you receiving death threats and the organizations you're working with should have provide security or protection around her. And that's my question. Like, why didn't they do that? Even though they released an Instagram post saying we heard about the sister, we will pray for the sister, but basically y'all should, if y'all would have known, if y'all knew that she was receiving death threats, y'all could have provided protection and security around this woman 24/7. Because again, if she would have lived in the States, oh, if the police won't protect her, I know the NFAC will protect her, or the new Black Panther Party, or even the Fruit of Islam will protect her. Anybody will protect that sister from any threats at all. I guarantee you. So, is there any other questions you guys want me to tell you? Because I'm gonna be out of here by 4 o'clock. But I'm gonna try to do this live stream every Monday, which I always do. with Feel Good Monday at 3. But today, I have to talk about this story about what happened to this brave sister Sasha Johnson in the UK. That someone just shot this woman in the head. She's fighting for her life, as we know, and the family wants answers. The family wants justice. And so far, I've like I told you guys before, and I'm repeating this one last time. Where was the protection if she was receiving death threats? Because it doesn't make any sense. If a powerful woman like that, she got to have protection. She got to have security, and unfortunately, she didn't have that. But I guarantee you, if she lived in the States, she would definitely have it for sure. But we just got to keep her and her family in our prayers, like I said, because she's still fighting for her life right now. But if there's more information about um, Sasha Johnson, I will keep you posted on my both my Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. I will keep you guys abreast on what's going on with her, because again, so many unanswered questions of what happened to the sister, right? It's so many unanswered questions like where was the security, and how did they know where she was located? How did they know where she was? Those are the two main questions, unanswered questions we need to find out. So y'all, we got to stay prayerful. We got to figure out, hopefully, because like I said, I'm trying to it's going to be eyes and ears on the ground in the UK. If anybody lives in London, anybody lives in the UK, let me know the story of what happened, or give me updates on what happened to Sasha Johnson. I'm gonna be on Instagram all day and check out stories. Then just keep commenting on my Instagram. Tell me what's going on. I would love to hear from you guys with this. I really do. So it's about 10 more minutes before I gotta get out of here. But I'm just gonna see if you guys can ask me any other questions or give me comments on what's going on, whether it's this story or other stories that I've done in the past few days. I just want to hear from you guys today. So, is any other questions about any stories you want to talk about before I get up out of here? Oh wow. So yeah, it's been a lot of craziness going on. Um, so we are still fighting for justice for a lot of people here in the United States. Still, we still try to investigate what's going on with cases that I've discussed. So what we're going to try to do right now, we're going to basically, I'm probably gonna end up leaving the live early because I know not because I haven't seen any of you guys answer questions or ask any questions, so I may just leave the live early than expected because I was gonna leave at 4 o'clock, but since none of you guys don't want to ask any questions or have a comment on any other stories that I've done, then I'm probably might go ahead and close it out, put a consent. Okay. She's Jesse Surf for excuse me. Try to get myself together. Okay. Jesse Suffolk said, "I'm waiting to hear about the Kindred story. In Savannah. As far as we know about that story, it's still they last time I checked, they reopening the case. That we haven't heard anything as of yet. What's going on with that story? But I will follow that as well. I'll follow it as well. All I know is this that the GBI, which is the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, is reopening the Kendrick Johnson case, because there's basically evidence of misconduct, and obviously that's basically trying to figure out what is going on with that case, and it's dealing with the former FBI retiree whose two sons that go to that school, and reportedly those are the two young men that being bullied with Kendra Johnson. But we're gonna probably end up getting more information about this. But as far as I know, with the Kendra Johnson story, that the GBI did reopen the case, and they still following an investigation to figure out, was there foul play, or was there a murder involved, which we all know there is a murder, but they try to confirm if that really happened the way we know that it happened. So I'm going to keep you up to date on that as well. And as far as other stories, I would definitely do a recap. I might do like I said, I might end up doing a podcast anyway tomorrow on Anchor, and talk about all the cases that I've been doing in the past few days. And like I said, I haven't done Anchor in so long, so I got to get back on Anchor, and I got to get back on Stereo, and I got to get back on Station Head. So I got to do all this week, because the rest of the week I'm gonna be out of town, so I'm gonna have to focus on that as well. And so yeah, it's I'm keep on doing these stories, and make sure that you guys keep up the par of what's going on. And yeah, you know. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna end up pull a consent crescendo. Close this live stream. I would like to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in through this sad situation of what happened to our dearly beloved sister, Sasha Johnson. And I hope we can pray for her recovery, because she's still in critical condition. And hopefully we'll find out by the London police who was responsible, and how did they find where she located at, because we still didn't understand how did they found her like this. And then another unanswered question from the organization is, if you knew that her life was in danger, if you knew that she received death threats, then why can't y'all get protection, or receive or get security around her? But there's so many unanswered questions, and I would love to find out. I'm gonna do some continued coverage of this story, and other stories that's out there that's going on. So y'all, like, again, thank you guys for tuning in my Haps TV, and and all my social media. Thank you guys on Twitter. Thank you guys on Facebook and YouTube for tuning in. I will see you guys next Monday at 3 p.m. Mountain Time. So, with that being said, thank you guys, and we definitely will pray for Sasha Johnson for her recovery. Till then, this is Lions Den, and I hope you have a great Monday afternoon. Take care, guys.